It has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are not the father. Cedeno, you are seeking the results of a paternity test for Ms. Ramirez's 1.5-month-old daughter, Aislinn. You claim you two broke up and now you have no feelings for Ms. Ramirez whatsoever.
They're holding your son.
Sounds like
They're in the bed.
Yes, one man was laying in the bed right next to him.
She came seeking explanations, but when the truth was eventually exposed, chaos ensued. This emotional moment turned into a full-fledged meltdown due to a startling DNA test result, and this enraged mother was unable to control herself. One of the most memorable DNA revelations in history, it concluded with fists flying and intense emotions. Mr. Campbell is in court because he claims that his former girlfriend is nothing more than a cunning gold-digging cheater who wants to use her 9-month-old son as leverage against him. Ms. Makir, the defendant, claims he is a chronic liar who is denying her kid because she no longer wants him. The case starts in this manner.
Mr. Campbell, you are here today because you say your ex-girlfriend is nothing but a conniving, gold-digging cheater.
He does appear to be upset about the circumstances. His claim that Ms. Makir is a gold digger now makes sense. He starts off by telling the judge that all she did was steal from him. She would leave him whenever he ran out of money and come back when he got more.
It's outrageous. How can I trust somebody who talks to different men, who sends their pictures to different men, explicit pictures to different men?
These two must be the most hilarious people who have ever entered a courtroom. They are simply amusing. According to Ms. Makir, they do intend to have the child, and Mr. Campbell's refusal is solely due to his lack of funds for childcare.
Walk in that room.
Ms. McSear, you laugh and so it's true?
Well, I didn't have a shirt on, you're right, but it was hot and I was pregnant.
That is absolutely horrible. How in the world could she make fun of him like that? Mr. Campbell provides proof that Ms. Makir emailed him images of the infant with 4 different males, some of whom were even naked. There are some really serious charges there. Are they possible?
You say you know when you conceive?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you know this, Ms. McSear?
Because in September of 2017, Hurricane Irma hit.
With these two, the drama never seems to end. According to Mr. Campbell, a family member informed him that Ms. Makir had a DNA test performed on another guy in order to establish the man's paternity. She says it is a lie and rejects it, as you would expect. I believe that the only thing keeping these two silent at this time is the outcomes. See what they have to say.
Has been determined by this court. Mr. Campbell, are the father.
Today, Mr. Cedeno appeared in court to refute the claims that he is a father. He thought he had moved on from Ms. Ramirez and had no further feelings for her. She even tried to pin the baby on him while he climbed. This is how the bizarre case begins.
Cedeno, you are seeking the results of a paternity test for Ms. Ramirez's 1.5-month-old daughter, Aislinn. You claim you two broke up and now you have no feelings for Ms. Ramirez whatsoever.
From Ms. Ramirez's first love to her first relationship and pretty much everything after that, Mr. Cedeno seems to have been everything to her, that he would wish to reject her, and her kid upset her a lot.
I'm not trying to trap him with this. I'm very shocked. I'm very hurt that he would even deny her. He's my first love. He's my first boyfriend, my first everything.
You will undoubtedly wonder if Ms. Ramirez was a child after hearing what you are about to hear, because only children would act in such a petty manner. It seems that Ms. Ramirez communicated with his girlfriend. She informed Mr. Cedeno's new girlfriend that she would still have sex with him after their breakup.
I told her that I was gonna sleep with him and she told me to prove it, so when we were having sex, I called her on the phone so that she could hear.
Mr. Cedeno grinned and acknowledged that it had occurred. However, in the courtroom, that was not his main concern. He came to discuss his uncertainties. The fact that Mr. Cedeno and Ms. Ramirez were still very close while he was still seeing someone else made it somewhat humorous.
It happened. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. And I was with my girlfriend when it did, and I have pretty much my list of doubts of why I pretty much think Aislinn's not mine.
Even Mr. Cedeno was unable to control his stories. Funny enough, the child in question wasn't the only child he had with Ms. Ramirez. Despite the fact that he had 2 other children, he was positive that the youngster in question was not his.
You went to visit your children and end up visiting your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and I had pretty much fallen victim.
You fell victim.
How are you falling a victim when you're the one that initiates
Fell
it?
victim.
He's the one that initiates it.
Mr. Cedeno felt he could not be the father of her 3rd kid because of a number of uncertainties. He was certain that the time they had intercourse did not contribute to her being pregnant, and he said the pregnancy happened far too quickly.
Okay, I can take the kids, but can you do this for me?
No,
That's
it's
not why
never
I'm
like
there.
that. I let him take the kid. He'll say he's gonna take the kids for a few days. He calls me hours later talking about, I need to drop them off.
They were quite skilled at playing the blame game that took place in the trial. He never liked spending time with her children, according to Miss Ramirez. He was always so excited to drop them off when he arrived to pick them up, according to her.
Like there was a year difference between my son and my daughter, and then she had this third kid, which I wasn't even around her that much long of a time to even for me to be the father. And if I was, why wouldn't she put me on the...
An innocent youngster should not have to suffer because of the mistakes made by adults. You start to feel a little sorry for the young child at this point. In any case, it is time to find out what the DNA findings reveal about this whole situation.
Cedeno versus Ramirez. When it comes to 1.5-month-old Aislinn, Mr. Cedeno, you are her father.
Ms. Hawthorne is in court today because Mr. Brown, the defendant and her high school love, is a smooth-talking deadbeat who got her pregnant 3 years ago and is now refusing to give birth. In contrast, Mr. Brown claims that Ms. Hawthorne is merely attempting to pin the baby on him and is a desperate liar. The case starts in this manner.
Ms. Hawthorne, you are here today because you say your high school sweetheart, Mr. Brown, is a smooth-talking deadbeat who got you pregnant 3 years ago.
That is most likely the reason Ms. Hawthorne is upset about the entire scenario. She did not grow up without a father either, and she does not want her child to experience the same. According to Mr. Brown, Ms. Hawthorne would say anything to attract his attention.
Your Honor, this baby isn't mine. I desperately believe that she's emotionally attached to me, and she desperately wants to have a family with me.
We are now beginning to comprehend the true nature of the situation. According to Ms. Hawthorne, Mr. Brown was her high school sweetheart. He even caused her to lose her virginity. When he began cheating on her with multiple women, everything changed. She must have been shattered to bits by that.
We were separate. He's in Chicago and I'm in the suburbs.
Okay,
So we
'cause I'm
started
like,
dating through
what
online.
is happening?
We were dating online.
Well done, Judge Lauren. Hopefully, every parent is taking notes. Ms. Hawthorne informs the judge that she first connected with Mr. Brown online and that it took them a year or so to meet in person. Given that they did not see each other for a full year, it appears that their bond was fairly strong. How awful of a person can Mr. Brown be? That is simply absurd. He confesses to Judge Lauren that he had sex with both Ms. Hawthorne and his girlfriend shortly before coming to meet her. Not to mention that he says he cannot be the child's father because he did not complete the act with Ms. Hawthorne. This man is simply insane.
One sexual encounter, because you wouldn't be a potential father had you not continued to have sex with her. Chase is only 2.
Exactly.
So what happened where you all reconnected during the period of time when Chase could have potentially been conceived?
Whoa, that is insane. Mr. Brown informs the judge that he wanted to break up with Ms. Hawthorne at the moment, which is why he got back together with her. They ended up having sex in the back of his car after one thing led to another. Ms. Hawthorne continues by saying that they had sex since it was an emotional moment, and they were discussing getting back together.
Your Honor, that's a complete lie.
Oh, you're saying you didn't
complete
finish
lie.
the act.
Actually, I warned him. I told DeAndre, I was like, I'm not on birth control.
How awful of a person can Mr. Brown be? That is simply absurd. He confesses to Judge Lauren that he had sex with both Ms. Hawthorne and his girlfriend shortly before coming to meet her. Not to mention that he says he cannot be the child's father because he did not complete the act with Ms. Hawthorne. This man is simply insane.
Beginning of December of 2015.
This is a shady situation from the beginning.
You said it's shady.
It's a shady.
Oh, who's shady?
I never had a conception date.
Judge Lauren is furious, I see. Simply put, I am relieved that she is at last giving these guys some common sense. Judge Lauren is upset that they both have separate narratives to provide, and that none of them seem to be concerned about the existence of a 2-year-old child without a father and mother who are in agreement.
Therefore, you do know you could be Chase's biological father. Now I want to know why you doubt it.
Your Honor, she had a boyfriend at the time.
It is clear from those texts that Mr. Brown has acknowledged that he is the child's father. Why is he currently refusing to have the baby? The only person who can respond to the question is him. Well, here are the outcomes and the judge's decision.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are not the father.
You will not forget this difficult circumstance, I promise. Ms. Bargy was caught between her spouse and her former boyfriend. The absurd aspect of this circumstance was that Ms. Bargy had no idea who the baby's father was, and both men thought they were. This was how she began her argument.
Ms. Bargy, you and I spoke briefly in my chambers.
Yes, Your Honor.
You admit you cheated on your husband and now you are caught in a paternity triangle.
The lovely thing is that she wants to find a way out, and at least she is not denying that she made a mistake. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, Judge Lauren asks her husband what kind of relationship he had developed with the child. He loved the infant more than words could express, as you might anticipate.
Mr. Bargy,
Yes.
you've fallen in love with McKenna. Tell me about the relationship you have with her.
I could be at work for 10 to 12 hours a day.
In that video, are not they adorable? Nevertheless, even after witnessing the close attachment between Ms. Bargy's husband and the child, Mr. Lawson, the ex-boyfriend, was unwilling to renounce his claim to be the child's father.
I believe I am because I was around. She was with me when she got pregnant. I was there for the whole pregnancy. I was there when McKenna was born.
Her divorce appears to have taken an unexpected turn, and she is now suffering the repercussions. Believe me, it is not all. She informed Mr. Lawson of her pregnancy before her spouse. Why? Since they were cohabiting at the time.
The day that I found out was the end of April. It was April the 27th. The whole month of April I was getting sick.
That disappointed even Judge Lauren. However, she was in for more disappointment. Ms. Bargy never told her husband that she was pregnant. She said she lacked the bravery to approach him about it. Here's how he discovered it, though.
You actually got up the courage to tell your husband that you were pregnant and McKenna could be his child.
I did not tell my husband, period. He had a mutual friend that was on my Facebook.
Whoa, so she was having sex with both her husband and Mr. Lawson? This explains why they both believe they might be the baby's fathers. However, the truth bombs continue to worsen. Ms. Bargy continued by telling the judge that she discovered her husband was having an affair with his former partner.
One time, and that was due to the fact that he had spoken to one of my friends and they had talked about actually being together. My friend was one of his exes.
Yes, Judge Lauren has my support. That is a huge mess. Mr. Lawson had no connection to the child in question, in contrast to Ms. Bargy's husband. He said that Ms. Bargy was evasive when he made multiple attempts to be involved in the child's life because she preferred her spouse to be the child's father.
Right now, I don't have a relationship because when Miss Bargy left, we have talked and tried to set up times for me to see her.
Is Mr. Lawson lying when he says he wants to meet her child? Who knows? The judge was informed of one thing by Ms. Bargy. She stated that she would not want Mr. Lawson near her child if he turned out to be the father.
If Mr. Lawson is McKenna's biological father, have you thought about where you go from here?
If Mr. Lawson is her father, I do not want him to be a part of her life.
She must truly detest Mr. Lawson. It is time to stop their paternity drama by disclosing the DNA results. We will see if Ms. Bargy's prayers are heard.
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Lawson.